Record. Excellent, excellent, super. So let me share my screen and thank you everybody having the camera on because to be honest, I'm very happy to see people, you know. I'm a very social person. I love to see people. Here we go. So I'll share this one. This is screen. Yeah, yeah. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, thank you.
Super, super. Here we go. So today topic today is let me just close this. Subtle. Yes, excellent. So welcome and good morning. Today with you, Amgad Badawi and Paul Hebbins. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Hiya, well, thank you.
Excellent. Paul is the head of apprenticeships, and myself, just Amgad. I will introduce myself in a minute. So, Kent Business College and IBIS Consultancy, two things, to be honest, it's the same thing. So, we have IBIS Consultancy as an old name, and because now we are offering apprenticeships and offering more educational programs than a consultancy, so we have now a new trading name, which is Kent Business College. This program definitely funded by Department of Education, thanks to Department of Education. And here we go. So a little bit about IBIS Consultancy, established in 2016, long time ago. I was doing my PhD at this time. We started, no, I finished my PhD in 2016. So 2016, I started my career as academic at University of Kent. And at this time, we have 5 professors at the same time working to offer consultancy services. Now we are 21 full-time trainers and 12 academics. The company growing very fast in the last 10 years. We are APAR registered, which means we can offer apprenticeships funded by the levy, funded by the Department of Education. Also, we are major provider of project management and marketing education for apprenticeship skills bootcamp. As far as I remember, we are one of the top in the league of offering marketing and project management. So a little bit about myself. My name is Amgad Badawi. It's quite confusing name, I understand. So Amgad, some people say it is I am God. I am not God, definitely, okay? And, and I am not Angad. It's just Amgad. Amgad is Egyptian name and it means the glory. Yeah. So in the Eastern countries, they used to say Amjad, but in Egyptian accent, we don't have J, we have only K. That's why it's called Amgad, the glory. And Badawi, it does not mean the bad guy. Definitely, I'm not a bad person, just in case, you know. Badawi, it means a man coming from the desert. So Amgad Badawi, it means the glory coming from the desert. This is, in brief, my name. So a little bit about myself. I have my PhD from Cranfield University in 2016. Currently, I'm associate professor in project management at University of Kent, visiting academic professor at Chester University, Aberdeen University, and Abu Dhabi University. OFQUAL subject matter expert, project management standards. So OFQUAL is a regulating body of all curriculums of education like undergrads, postgrads, professional standards, Institute for Apprenticeship Standards. So I'm one of the reviewing panel. Yep. Lucky enough to be served as external examiner. Okay, guys. So if you have, yeah, so I think. Served as external examiner at Lancaster University, Warwick University, and Leicester University, director at IBIS Consulting. That's why I'm here today. I have some commitment with APM, so lucky enough to be awarded best research from APM, sponsored by BA Systems in 2016, academic judge at APM, academic steering committee at APM. So I'm working with APM regulating and reviewing academic standards from APM. PMI, I'm also working with PMI, lucky enough to be awarded to have $100,000 for project benefits management standard. If you are aware about it, you can see my name written in the book. Former Director of Finance and Director of Professional Development at PMI, Project Management Institute, academic judge, PMI, panel. Yeah, judge panel for PMI, Global Awards, PMO Awards, Program Management Award, and so many awards by PMI. Academically, I'm International Editorial Board at International Journal Project Management, Review Board at Business Process Management Journal, Steering Committee at British Academy of Management, member of different associations like APM, PMI, BAM. BAM is British Academy of Management, IMA, Institute of Management Accounting Institutions. This is my LinkedIn, so please add me on LinkedIn. Yeah, could you? Yeah, you can add me. Don't worry, that's fine. I'm very friendly person. I accept the ad from anybody. Don't worry about that. And this is my Twitter. It's just Amgad, one of the first guys in the world having Twitter. And here is my emails. You can see we use IBIS consultancy emails and the Kent Business College emails, just in case if you receive email from Kent Business College or IBIS consultancy, we are just the same thing. Make sense so far? Yeah. Happy so far? Yes. Excellent. Super.
Yeah.
So definitely, I'm not the one teaching everything by myself. Yeah, I'm not sure lucky or not lucky. I'm teaching some bits here, but we have nice colleagues teaching with me in this program. So we have Stephen Jenner, we have Paul Bagley, we have Carlos Sierra, and we have Karim Ahmed. So a little bit about Stephen Jenner. Stephen Jenner, maybe some of you familiar with this name. He is the author of Managing Benefits APMG exam, the standard. He is the author of Management of Portfolio MOP OGC Auxiliary Certificate. He is the author of Portfolio Management APMG UK Government Portfolio Management Standard in 2022 and the new release, which is 2025. He had different professional roles like Portfolio Director of the UK Senior Civil Services, senior roles, Home Office, Cabinet Office. So he has a long experience in project management. Second is Paul Bagley. Paul Bagley is he is a lecturer at University of Manchester. I knew him a long time ago when I was working at University. Projects like in projects like Rolls-Royce, I had some experience with Rolls-Royce, PE Systems. So he was my colleague at Cranfield University. Right now, he is a director at ECOSTA or Cost and Control Authority. He is one of the teachers because he specializes in cost management and cost engineering. Carlos Sierra. Carlos also, we worked together standard of benefit realization management for PMI, Project Management Institute. We have a lot of publications together. He is the author of Benefit Realization Management from PMO Practitioner. Also, he is the author of Benefit Realization Management Strategic Value and Portfolio Program Projects. He had some professional experiences as head of project management at Church of England, group PMO manager at Carlot International Holdings. Maybe some of you knows Lloyd's Register and Energy is quite big in oil and the gas and energy sector. He is also was a PMO lead there. The last is Dr. Karim. He is a senior lecturer at Nottingham Trent University, and he is a program leader for MSc in project management. He has a lot of research publications, especially in sustainability, in carbon reduction, and construction engineering. So he is also one of our teachers in this. So this is a little bit about us. And now, what is a project control? What is a charter professional project? I'm not here to talk to me about yourself. I don't care about you. I care about the fund. Okay, hold on, that's fine. I'm sorry to be a cookie guy talking a lot about myself, but it's just good to know who is teaching anyway. So today's topic is Project Control Professional Level 6, 5 professional certifications, Chartered Professional Project Manager, ChPP, and Cost Engineering Certified, or very soon, from the secrets, I can tell you, we have Chartered Cost Engineering very soon. I shouldn't share that here. The workload and the tutoring services, graduation ceremony, funding condition, and some testimonies about our programs and courses. Yep, are you still there, guys? Yeah, the guys on camera, I can see you. Can you thumb up? Yes?
Yeah, we're here.
Excellent. Super. So, I can't, of course, ask anybody to answer this question, but a little bit, can anyone here tell me what does it mean project management? If somebody says project, I'm project manager, what does it mean in just 1 or 2 words?
Is it a finite piece of work, a start and a finish? And then it's to move into business as usual, hopefully.
Superstar, yes. Delivering promises on time within budget. Yes, in brief, just this. Everybody knows this. So I don't think there's a reason to come here to study the program because we know that. Everybody knows project management is just delivering my promises on time within budget. I can see Lucas, or I just pick any name to be honest, or Brian says, Amgad, what is the quality? We have to deliver our promises in quality. Yeah, well done. But this is what people see. You promise in the future. Anybody here knows the future?
Nobody.
Definitely no, yeah? And this is a science of project management. It's all about you promise about something in the future. Nobody knows the future. When you say I finish this by Monday, costed me £6, who told you? You know, how can you know the future? That's why you need some control over resources, over procurement. That's why we have to study procurement and resource management. And trust me, because nobody knows the future, that's why we need to study risk management. Without risk management, any plan written for me is just a dream because you assume that you are the God, you know the future, and you challenge the God. By the way, one of the great books in project management is called Against the God Will. Definitely nobody against the God Will. But when you talk a lot about the future, who are you to talk like this about the future? You know, you are not a witch or you are not a magic guy to know the future. You know, you don't have crystal ball. I always say in consultancy, we are selling the crystal balls, you know? So nobody knows the future. And this is the power of the science of project management. That's why we are here. That's why we have research. That's why we have publication. That's why we have a lot of teaching, a lot of experience, a lot of programs, a lot of modules, a lot of topics to be covered here. Last but not least, definitely communication and stakeholder engagement. The blood in the body, the information flow, the blood circulation. If the blood is well circulated in the body, you will function very well. All your organs will behave in a correct way. If the blood is not circulated in a good way, I would say some organs will die over the time. So very important to structure the information flow and the communication channels in a way to ensure whole of the body is working appropriately. This is in brief, for me at least, what does it mean, project management? Yep. Happy with this or make no sense? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Yes. I can see Chris is not happy. Chris, are you happy, Chris?
All good from our side, mate. All good.
Excellent. Super. So, this is me, by the way, okay? I was teaching Westminster University about how to control people. A shame on me, something really bad to know. So, because my area of research is about governmentality and how to control the environment so that we can deliver our promises on time within budget. So this was part of PMI series, Westminster University. So what is project control professional level 6? First, quite important to know this is a regulated education, which means recognized in the UK and worldwide. Quite important to know this because after this, you can go for a master's degree because this is typical, a program similar to university one. It's level 6. It's by Department of Education Institute for Apprenticeships. Funded by the Department of Education or levy. If you are levy employer, which means you are a big employer, which means you have pay slips more than 3 million. So you have a levy pot. If you are not, the government funds this by 95%. We will talk about the fund in the next few minutes. The occupation is found in many sectors like energy, infrastructure, petrochemical, aerospace, pharmaceutical, highway, rail, utility, and defense. I'm good. I'm working for university. Do you think I am eligible to come here? Yes. The problem, and that's why I'm putting this in place. Definitely, I'm copying this from the government website, okay? The reason here, most of project management education now focus on just a managerial perspective, which is not bad. And they focus more on leadership, communication skills, soft skills. I would say over the time, it becomes diluted project management. So here, project management, we mean the real project management in terms of delivering our promises on time within budget. Leadership is there, but not all of the program about leadership. Communication skills are there, but not all of the program about communication skills. Project management is the science of knowing the future. And this is a science. It's not only soft skills, which is quite important, to be honest, and very important because all project managers all the time communicating. But I can address this is also for, I would say, hard knowledge topics or hard science topics. Technical information includes here cost information, estimates, schedule, plans, risk, change, scoping management, statistics, and probability. Again, we are teaching the science of knowing the future. So I'm not apprentice. Okay, this is not for me. Before we start, that's fine. Just it's common myth. Apprenticeship are not just for the young, inexperienced, or those on minimum wage. They are about learning while working, gaining real work experience as you earn. Apprenticeship develop not only knowledge, like self-funded education, no, and that's the power of apprenticeship. We also play some games to ensure that your skills and behaviors are not corrected, but improved and significantly enhanced. All ages. We have, by the way, in the last cohort, we have some guys who have one person 72 years old, a director of projects. That's fine, no problem at all. You know, education is not for a certain age. It's not for a certain role. It's not for a certain income. You know, getting paid 100K, 200K, 50K, I don't care. As long as you pay the minimum wage, nobody cares. All programs are formally regulated by the Institute of Apprenticeships and Technical Education under the Department of Education. And this gives the power of this accreditation. So for whom this by law, based on the standard of apprenticeships, this is for cost engineering lead, estimating lead, head of planning, head of profession, planning lead, project control, risk management, and leading schedule. Should I have this title now? Not necessarily now, but I'm planning to be these titles later. And I would say this is the power of apprenticeship again. Any kind of education just focus on your knowledge, while apprenticeship, we focus on your skills and behavior to qualify you to be one of these job titles. So how we design, how we deliver this. I believe in professional, I believe in vocational education, I believe in regulated education, but at the same time, from my CV, you can see, I believe a lot in professional qualifications. So this program is designed based on professional qualifications during the journey, starting with PMP, Project Management Professional. This is PMI certificate. And then we go for, so again, project management is what? Deliver my promise on time within budget, yeah? So PMP is a foundation, all of the knowledge areas of project management, risk management, quality management, health and safety, all of that, agile project management, you know, procurement, resource, everything, just the basics. And then we go for specialization, schedule professional. This is PMI certificate. PMI is Project Management Institute. And we go for cost engineering certificate, earned value management. This is from APMG plus cost engineering. Then we go for the risk because nobody knows the future. That's why we have to have risk management. Risk management level 1 and 2, or you can take MOR, management of risk. It depends on your preferences or the framework you have in your company. But from my experience, most of the companies in the UK very aligned with APM. That's why we go for this or that. So we don't mind. The last, which is project planning and control. It is just cascading, summarizing all of what you covered in one project in a case study, because we need to have evidence that you applied, you know, you are clever enough in running projects. So I'm not cost engineer and I'm not interested in cost engineering. I'm more a strategic person. I'm not time planner and I'm not interested in time planning. I'm not that guy. I'm not interested. That's fine. So we have optional modules. If you want to drop PMI, SP, and cost engineering or earned value management, that's fine. You can drop and you can replace them by program management and portfolio management. Program management and portfolio management are mainly for senior positions who have more strategic roles, strategic functions, strategic activities. And we also add up to this PMO if some of you are interested. So we have also PMO or P3O. Optional also, some guys looking for a PhD later. So we also have level 7 in project management, which is equal to master degree as a top up. Also, we have level 7 in strategy and leadership. So if you feel that PMI, SP, and cost engineering, not for you because I'm not cost engineer, I'm not an engineer, that's fine. We still have a space for tailoring the program to fit for your career. Assessment plan. So all of the professional qualifications has exams. If you don't want to take any of them, that's fine. At the end, we need to go for project control professional. So if you don't want to take PMP exam, it's up to you. We pay for this. If you don't want to take it, nobody will blame you. As long as we cover the learning out, the knowledge, skills, and behavior and learning outcomes, that's under control. But some guys want to take all of the certificates, we pay for that. We have at the end 3 professional interviews, which are quite important for us. The first one, which is a very important, the most important, and that's why we are here today, is for Project Control Professional Qualification, Level 6. And this is by National Skills Academy for Nuclear. This is our endpoint assessment. Just 1 hour about your practice. Have you learned this? Yes, you have already qualifications. Have you applied this? Yes. Can you show me evidence? And your tutor, all of this journey will help you to have evidence that you're applying every week something. Another interview with a Chartered Professional Project, ChPP, to get your APM designation. And another interview with ACOSTA, now it's called Controls and Skills Authority, to be Incorporated Cost Engineer or Certified Professional Cost Engineer. The difference is number of years of experience, that's it. Low number of years of experience, you get the Incorporated Cost Engineer. Big number of years of experience, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, you can get the charter of a Certified Professional Cost Engineer. Happy so far, guys? Makes sense speaking so fast? So fast?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Good.
Only one perfect? The guy is not perfect?
Perfect.
2 perfect?
Perfect.
3 perfect?
Yes.
4 perfect?
Perfect.
5 is good for me. I'm happy with that.
Perfect.
Excellent, excellent. So the program we offer, we need to understand how it works. So first and the most important is apprenticeship, because everything is under the apprenticeship. So we offer PMP apprenticeship. So it's everything under the apprenticeship program. So the key one is Project Control Professional Level 6, and the government fund here is £27,000. So it's quite a big program, and I would say heavy loaded with the topics, but not difficult to achieve. The second, which is underneath this, is a professional qualification, and this is funded by Kent Business College. So the government is not paying for your professional exams. So the government is not paying for the cost of PMP exam, is not paying for the chartered professional project, is not paying for the interview with ACOSTA or cost engineering, is not paying for any exam you have at all, only the endpoint assessment. Here at Kent Business College, we have a promotion now. We say anyone enrolled before 26th of April, the cost of exams chartered, all fully funded. So you don't need to pay a penny for anything. Everything is covered for you. But this is with a condition that at least you start the enrollment before 26th of April. After that, case by case situation, but before that, it's guaranteed that you got this fund for the all cost of exams. So the program is structured. Some guys asked me, Amgad, how many? 24 months, 3 years, 4 years? I'm confused. Okay, now let's go for the details about the program. First, the PMP 9 months. Somebody says, Amgad, I know somebody has PMP 5 days only. Yes, I teach this 5 days. But the point is, here is apprenticeship, and this is very important to understand. I'm not here giving you just the knowledge. I'm here for the skills and behavior. We need time. Second, I believe 2 hours a week is doable in terms of attending classes, but 40 or 50 hours in compressed week, this is too much stress. So the PMP will be covered across 9 months to have a space to apply, to have the skills and behavior, not only the knowledge. Then we take the exam by Jan 2026. Then we go for PMI SP, and for those who opt in MSP, they take MSP program management. They take here MSP. Okay, this is for 4 months, and the exam at the end. After that, from June to September, we have cost engineering or earned value management. Again, it can be replaced by portfolio management from June to September. Okay, and here we go for risk management. Everybody has to study risk management. I would say project management without risk management is useless, to be honest. It's just dreams. So project risk management from October to Jan, and project control, project planning and control. This is to have your case study at the end for the endpoint assessment, and last but not least, your interviews. So we finished teaching by June 2027. From 2027 to November, we prepare you for the interviews. So it's not part of the program because it's not part of the class anymore. Just the tutor meet you to ensure that you are ready for the interview, happy with the interview, just to summarize the evidence you need for your interviews. So no teaching after June 2027. This is when you finish. Some guys very clever, prepare everything by June and they finish by June. But from Department of Education point of view, they have very strict deadline. So that's why we put everybody 30 months, just in case anything wrong happened during the journey. But the program is 2 years or 25 months. Educational values. Yeah, this is me. Yeah, see, I'm here. Always happy, always smiling, So educational values. I believe in some values to be successful teacher and to be successful student, to be successful learner, and to get the best experience from the educational process. First, learning without pressure, growth without limits. Very important. That's why we dedicate tutor for you to catch up with you every week, every couple of weeks. If you are in holiday, don't worry. Just tell the tutor you are in holiday. He will replan for you everything. So no pressure at all. Being stressed, give us a call. We support for you. We ask the teacher to teach you one-to-one whenever you come back. We don't have holidays, by the way, okay? So you can see the program is one shot because I believe little by little is more important than big chunks and lost in the middle. So we don't have holidays, but as a human being, you have a wedding party, It's your honeymoon. Come on, how come? So don't worry, you can have your honeymoon, enjoy your honeymoon. Don't worry about that. But that teacher will have a catch-up plan. So when you come back from your honeymoon, from your nice life, he will catch up with you. Hopefully, happy life in the honeymoon. So he will catch up with you and ensure that everything is under control. In calm mind, knowledge sticks. No stress at all. We guarantee for you success for a reason. We pay for the exams. So the tutor all of the time will catch up with you, have checks, and ensure that you are ready for the exam. I don't like to wait until the last minute to study and then take the exam. Your tutor will not allow you to be in a stressed position. The tutor will catch up, be proactive, better than being reactive. So weekly meetings, couple of week meeting, monthly meeting, but the tutor, I always have a profile for every learner, like profile, stakeholder profile. I'm sure some of you understand stakeholder profile, and we know the progress of you. So know where you are now, ready for the exam. No, it's too much stress. Make the exam a little bit later. We pay for the exam. We have quality assurance to ensure that you take the exam and you pass the exam. Your goal, your pace, your tutor. Very important to have always meetings with tutor. We share WhatsApp numbers. We share your booking appointment. You can call your tutor anytime up to 9 p.m., please. After 9 p.m., this is too much. But every day up to 9 p.m., even including weekends, if you have any problem, you can give a call directly to your tutor. Very important to keep your tutor aware of what's going on, any stress, any knowledge, anything that you need to ask about, please give a call to your tutor, even without a booking appointment. Small steps every day. This is a very important philosophy in my life. 5 pages a week can make a huge difference. We have around 20, let's say 20 months times 4, it's around 800. So we talk about 1,000 week. 1,000 week. Yeah, so 20 months times 4, 80.
800.
800, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
20 months.
20 months times 4, 80. Just 80, yes. So let's say 100 week, 5 pages a week. You read at the end 500 pages. This is the power of little by little. That's why the tutor catch up. Have you read the 5 pages? Have you read? Not because we have a system. We see you read or not. Okay. So we know that you read. Tutor say, well done. Just sum up. Not read. Tutor, please, can you read the 5 pages? Just half an hour. Just read it. Just following up with you because life, usually we are very busy in the life. Little by little, will become possible, slowly, steadily, unstoppable. This is what we believe in. So that's why we have only 2 hours a week classes. That's it. all of the 2 years, every week. Even in the holidays, we reschedule. So if Friday, like Good Friday, holiday, we move it to any other days because we need to keep the habit in place. I believe study or education is just a habit. So we help you to have the habit. Math session, no worry, everything is recorded in the learning management system, but we split it into 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, because 2 hours, recorded is very boring. For me, I never watch 2-hour recorded classes. This is very boring. I hate eating cold food. And the recorded session for me is like cold food. I can't watch any recorded session. However, we have access to the tutor. So please, if you miss a class, ask the tutor to teach you. By the way, the tutor are one of the teachers, not somebody downgraded. So tutor, I'm one of the tutors. I enjoy being tutor. I love this. All of the guys teaching are tutors. So we are not relying on low-skilled guys say this is tutor, cheap guys. No, we believe in what we do. We enjoy what we do. We have also optional face-to-face at the end of each module. I enjoy it very much. I advise you to come. It's optional. It is in London, Kent, Nottingham, Birmingham, and Manchester. Now, if you book before 26, sorry, Paul, we pay for user transportation cost. Paul is not happy with that, but Kent Business College have this because we want you to come face-to-face in our locations in London, Kent, Nottingham, Birmingham, and Manchester. It's a game changer experience when you see the guys from the class. It's a game changer to have a guest speaker face-to-face. We see each other, Life is, I hate online. I enjoy meeting people, So definitely it's a good opportunity. We don't have much at the end of each module, like 5-6 times we meet face-to-face. Optional anyway. Tutors, very important to use the tutoring service free of a charge. Don't worry, book as many hours as you wish. That's fine. No need to panic at all. All for free, not for free, funded by us, but so you don't pay anything, no hidden expenses. Use the tutor as much as you can. The workload now. I can see many guys asking me about the workload. Okay. Very important to know the difference between self-funded education and apprenticeships. Self-funded education about knowledge. So when I teach self-funded, just memory here because you go for the exam. So the number of hours is just the study hours, while apprenticeship is different. We have knowledge, skills, and behaviors. So knowledge, just attend the lecture 1 hour a week. That's it. Yeah, from 1 to 2 hours, as you wish. Yeah. From skills, here is a point. We ask you every week to write a report 200 to 400 words about how can you apply this in professional practice. I push you to be innovator, This becomes a habit. Because when you read a material and think about, okay, how can I apply this? This is a learning process. While working, you think about, okay, how can I apply this? I study something in the class. How can I have this in practice? I have something like burning points. How can I have burning points in practice? We haven't tried this before. Let me try. So that time of thinking, of having the knowledge into practice, this is what we call skills and behavior. And this is also can be 2 hours, 3 hours. It depends on how you put this in place. Any webinar you attend, any events, any workshops you attend, all of that counted in the 6 hours. You have to report 6 hours on average per week. This is the requirement for Department of Education for a reason. Apprenticeship is not about knowledge, skills, and behavior. So the Department of Education want to ensure that you have a space for yourself to learn and to apply. So it is very important to consider any kind of learning exercise you have in a workplace as the hours. Face-to-face also considered as the hours to report. You need to report that, and the tutor helping you to report that. It is not weekly by week. I love to be proactive, but we look at it, or the government looks at it by 3 months, quarter by quarter. So each quarter, at least 75 hours. I hate to wait until the last minute, to be honest. Week by week, just 6 hours, doable. Leave it to the last minute, we panic. Everybody panic. And I hate panic. I hate stress. I hate anxiety. Anything anxiety, run away. Graduation ceremony. Is it important to have graduation ceremony? No? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So we have a very big graduation ceremony. I think we are the only one in the UK having graduation ceremony for graduates from apprenticeships. I believe in this. I think it is quite important to celebrate your success. You spend 2.5 years or 2 years studying, that is really important to celebrate your success. Up to now, no fees for a graduation ceremony, up to 26, okay? Sorry, because, Paul is a very nice man, traditional man. He says, you have to charge this. That's because Department of Education don't pay for that. It does not mean we don't charge, But anyway, this is up to 26, no charge for graduation ceremony to attend. Funding condition, money talks now. Okay, I'm eligible. How can I apply? First, you must be employed in England. If you are in Scotland, don't panic. We have application now with Scottish government. So very soon, maybe in October, we will be in Scotland. So if you are in Scotland, don't panic, please. Hopefully in October, we'll be in Scotland. If you are in Belfast, Northern Ireland, don't panic. We have application to be in Ireland. I'm in Wales, don't panic. I can't have you now, but in October, half promise, not full promise, because nobody knows the future. Hopefully we will be in Wales by October this year. So if you are not in England, have your application in place. Don't worry about that. We take all of this application because we need to show evidence to Welsh government, to Scottish government, to show them evidence that we have employers interested. So if you are from these areas, just let us know to have you in our file, in our application. Must be in the UK for 3 years or more, must spend more than 50% of your time in the UK, and employer, very important, employer, because this is led by employer. So employer have to sign the agreement. We cannot take any information about you if the employer is not happy, because whole of the fund is for the employers. So please, very important to know, it is mainly led by employer, not by individuals. If you are international, please check your visa. Your visa status should be after the end of the program. Kent Business College. So Department of Education does not cover cost of professional exams, does not cover cost of a chartered application, does not cover cost of graduation ceremony, does not cover costs of face-to-face optional workshops. We cover that for you. So just quite important, because some of you from Levy and because of a lot of regulations in place, I have to be very clear here from where the money is coming. So for us as Kent Business College, we have 10 learners, first come, first served, but don't panic. Just send the email. I'm still one of the 10. If we say yes, don't worry, still yes until you finish. No, so in this case, I can't say anything because it's no. But once you start, usually you receive email saying, okay, you have 5 days. If you cannot finish within 5 days, let us know, please. So please keep us in touch, because automatically we have a system, 5 days run, the system already have the next one in queue. So send the email to us and ask, am I one of the 10 learners? We say yes, or in queue, or sorry, the queue is already run out. We still have a space now. I can tell you now today we have spaces. So don't worry about that now, but maybe I'm not sure next few days, because this is costing a lot of money. It's £7,000 cost of exams. And yeah, we have funds from Kent Business College, thanks to our international branches, to help us here. But at the same time, it is limited somehow. First come, first service. Once the agreement is signed, we hold the space for you for a week. If you haven't completed, we may give it to somebody else, or just send us another email within the 5-7 days, just within the week, 5 working days. Please expand my duration for extra 2 days, because my employer, we give you a word, we have a promise. If an employer is happy without signing the agreement, that's fine. Tell us, my employer is happy. We have some guys maybe here, the employer contacted us and say, it takes time. That's fine. So we know, we put you in the place and we hold your place until 5 days, 6 days. The employer come back, update us. So we are in process. Some guys working for the council, we know it takes time. Some guys working for government, we know it takes time. But as long as you keep us in touch, that's absolutely fine. We have very strict policy and first come, first served basis. So very important, please, as soon as you can, because we don't like any kind of restrictions. What if I suspend the program? Shall I pay money back? No. What if I leave my company and I find another job. Don't worry. Leaving the company have two options for us. First, redundancy. If redundancy, we ask employer, please, if you plan for redundancy, let us know. We take the CV. We have access to around 200 employers in the UK because we offer apprenticeship for many, many companies here. So what we do, we take your CV and then we circulate this with our employers after taking your permission, definitely. And this is I would say, important to ensure. And this is quite important for us to ensure the employer is in safe place because redundancy sometimes costs money. Second, if you leave the company by yourself, not by employer, in this case, the new employer has to accept. If the new employer not happy to have you on the apprenticeship, in this case, the program should be suspended. No fine, no penalties, no payback, anything. You don't have to pay anything. Nobody is paying anything, but just the program will be suspended if the new employer is not happy to sign. What if 2-3 months without a job at all? That is a problem, definitely. And unfortunately, we have cooling off period if you have no opportunity in this period. So the apprenticeship will be suspended. I'm too busy to attend. Please don't worry. It's normal to be busy. Just let your manager know this and let your tutor know this, especially your tutor, so the tutor can catch up later after a month or couple of months to catch up. We have a break. You can have a break, but we don't prefer to have a break. We just reschedule the workload and the study load. To be honest, for me, very important to build up the habit. The first thing I got from my PhD when I was doing my PhD, my supervisor at this time, Professor Joe Pippert, maybe some of you knows him. He is a professor Harvard now or MIT. He said, Amgad, the most important habit in your life, read every day, PhD, okay? Every day, 5 pages. And that's why I have so many publications now. But I hope that I can help you with this. Every week, 5 pages will make a huge difference in your life. So government funding detail. Yeah, this is our branch here in Maidstone. So just if you come join us one day. If you are more than £3 million, in this case, no contribution, it's paid by levy. If it is less than £3 million, the Department of Education asks the employer to pay £45 per month. Somebody says, why £45 per month? Because the government wants to ensure the employer is interested. £45 a month is nothing, I would say the total cost of the program with examination, everything is around £34,000. It is a whole degree, like you go into a university for a bachelor degree. But the government asks you to pay only £45 for a reason here, because they want to ensure the employer knows and you are on the job because it's direct debit. And it's just building legitimate relationship and continuous relationship. This is the main thing for having the contribution. The government wants to have evidence that somebody says, Amgad, it's just 45. Don't worry about it. Guys, it's not about this. The government asked me about the evidence of transfer. Again, it's not about money. We don't care much about this amount of money, but the government insists to ensure that the employer know, aware, acknowledge, and support the program by only £45 a month. Testimonies, quite important, definitely, to show that we have a real life impact in this life. So Sophia, she was in my class risk management, and this is her comment. Salim Ali, biomarine pharmaceutical, quite big company. I was offering a project management to hold the company. Boston Consultancy also, we offer a whole company. Here we have PMO at Lloyd's. This is oil and gas company. This program and was offered by Carlos Sierra. This is some testimonies from Stephen Jenner. So it is good to have a moment to read a little bit about others talking about us. Somebody says, Amgad, you are cheating on me. This is not real. Go to LinkedIn. That's fine. Go to LinkedIn, everyone, and you can see this is written on the LinkedIn. I'm just kidding, by the way. Okay, I'm just kidding. So yeah, it's all genuine testimonies. We have a lot of testimonies. For me, at least, I offered the education over like maybe 100 companies. I can't mention many names here because I have to take approval to mention the names. But we have a lot of big companies. We worked with in the UK. I worked for the United States while also in Europe and France, in Middle East. So we have very, very big experience offering consultancy because we have for 7 years or 8 years focus on consultancy and also education. Yeah, so the last bit before questions, you can just take a picture of this so you can sign the agreement, not you, the employer, and you can sign the agreement from here. And this is my personal number. Feel free to call me anytime. I have WhatsApp. Feel free to call me anytime, to talk to me on WhatsApp anytime, up to 11 p.m. That's fine, not 9 p.m. Okay, so you can call me anytime. I don't have working hours, unfortunately. I'm a bad guy, by the way. So I'm on the phone all the time, so you can call me anytime you wish. And now for the questions. Hope not hard the questions, guys. Come on, I'm your friend. Yeah, on time. See, project manager. Yes, Peter, go ahead.
My question is, how will for example, if I sign the agreement, how will my employer sort of get involved in it? Do I have to go directly to my employer, or by providing their information, would the information be sent directly to them, and then there will be a conversation between me and the employer?
Yes. So employer has to be involved because the agreement is signed by employer, not you. The first one, you have another agreement signed later between you, your employer, and us. But the first one is the employer agreement. And then next step, once the employer give us permission to talk to you, we send you an Aptim link, which is enrollment link. You fill your information, compliance team check this, and then have a meeting with you and your employer to sign the training plan, your study plan, and these kind of things. And then we congratulate you. We have an English math test because this Department of Education requirement, just 10 minutes to ensure you can read and write. So this is but employer definitely important to be in.
Okay, so you contact the employers directly, first of all, with the agreement.
It's up to you. If you send us the employer contact, if you send this to the employer, if you want me to meet the employer to have a presentation to employer, but you cannot sign this agreement. This agreement is explicitly only for the employers.
Okay, all right.
Employer here, it means the head of training, head of HR, anybody responsible, anyone have access to government gateway, because later we need the government gateway. Yeah, so we have a question from Manyarazdi. Yes, Money. Oh, okay. So we have from, Emmy.
Oh, hi, I'm Dad. Sorry.
Money, yes.
I hope you can hear me now. Sorry, I'm off camera. I'm in childcare. I'm not at work today, so really forgive me for that. So I've got two questions in essence. The first part is there's a part I missed out when you're talking about visas and things like that, because I was actually on the phone with my employer regarding this course and how they can get to sign it off, because we've got an interesting case within our trust. It's quite a big trust that I work for, and they want to try and help support so that I can actually get into the course before the 26th. So I just needed to know about the visa part. Then the second part is what extension time can I be given after the 26th to be able to enroll, if it's a definite support from the employer, because it's quite there are quite a lot of hoops because of the trust. It's quite big. I work for the NHS in Nottingham.
Excellent. I think we have a lot of contacts in Nottingham, a lot of learners from Nottingham Hospital. So first, your visa at least 1 year. It can't be 2-3 months. Okay, at least 1 year. Yeah.
It's got to be the visa's got to be valid for the duration of the program they're signing up for. So if it's a 2-year program, visa needs to be valid for 2 years.
Yes.
Okay, that's all right. That's fine. That's okay.
I think I received your email talking about you have a visa up to 2026, into of the 2026. Yeah.
No, that's me. I've actually been communicating with Alice Sanders. She's the one who's been.
Yes. So if it is 2 years or 1 year and a half, you can manage, but not 6 months, not 1 year, 6 months, 1 year, we cannot manage anything because this is too much. But we hopefully this is the best, to be honest, is to have the visa valid for the 2 years. In the worst case, maybe 1 year and a half, we may find a way to anything. I don't know, to be honest. Full will catch up anyway. This is legal thing. I cannot help here. I'm just a teacher.
Oh, that's fine. That's all right. Anyway, I'm pretty much able to finish the course. I think the other part where I was worried about is if I can't meet the 26th deadline. If I can't get to the 26th, what extension can I get to be able to get that?
Yeah, that's why we have the program on the system. Some guys will put it 2 years and a half, some guys 3 years. So if you feel that a little bit, we put in the system 3 years and that's it. The government, the typical program is 4 years anyway. So if you feel that is, okay, that's fine. So we can extend it a little bit to be 3 years. The most important thing, the deadline we put to the government, because we cannot extend with the government. So if you feel a little bit shaky, I would say, okay, we put in 3 years just in case anything wrong happen. And then, if you finish 2 years, that's fine. If you don't finish 2 years, we still have a space. That's why the training plan, we have a little bit, longer duration because we wanted to have a space for mistakes.
Okay, thank you. My question was more on the deadline of the 26th of April enrollment.
Okay. Please send the email to Alice. Send the email to Alice. And she will reply back, say, yes, we confirm it to have a space for you. But now, please, as soon as you can, so she can have a space for you.
All right, fine. Thank you, Hamdad.
Excellent. We have here, I'm sorry if I don't get by order, by the way, because I was, I think in front of me now, Barry McLaughlin. Barry, yes, Barry.
Oh, yeah, I was just wondering whether the presentation will be released at the end of the call.
Yes. So the presentation will be released at the end of the call. Send it to you. And
Thank you.
Also the recording, yes. Are you Barry Nottingham?
Sorry?
Barry Nottingham, because I remember somebody's called Barry from Nottingham.
No, I'm not from Liverpool. I'm from the Northwest.
Okay.
Right.
Bad memory, come on. Okay, so we have Helen. Yes.
Hello. I was curious about a bit more information about the chartered cost engineer. So do you have to prepare any material or sort of evidence or anything that goes along with that, or is it just the coursework that's used for that part of the program?
Yes, so during the journey, the tutor will build up the portfolio with you. And you are very lucky because we have mapped already the program with ACOSTA or cost control. So no exams. It is just an interview at the end.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. So the program is mapped with APM and mapped with Cost Engineering Association, or what's called ACOSTA. So it's exempted from any exams. You don't take any exam from ACOSTA. You don't take exams from Chartered. You just go for the interviews.
Great. Thank you very much.
Super. We have Bob. Yes, Bob.
Hello. Yeah, thanks for the presentation. Looks like a good course. I've got a couple of questions about the payment. So is it, obviously there's the government fund, the Department of Education fund, quite a bit of it, and so do Kent College. Is it just sort of funded outright, or is it done on a kind of rebate scheme? Would the company need to pay for it and then get the money back, or how does that work?
So are you a Livy employer?
No, so I think we'll be, I work for, it's a reasonably small company, so I'm fairly certain it will be.
Yeah, so all your under the funding rules, as you're a small employer, the DFE will fund 95% of the program costs, and your employer would fund the other 5%. And as Amgad said in the presentation, that would be split down into monthly payments over the course of the program, which works out roughly at £45 a month. That cost isn't refundable. That is their cost to support you as or the potential applicant to be an apprentice. Obviously, they only pay that for the duration of the program. If the apprentice decided to leave halfway through, then they would stop having to pay. But that is their contribution.
So the funding is direct to you guys. It's not like the company would have to pay and then they get the the 27 grand or 34 grand?
No. It's we draw the we will draw the payment through the apprenticeship service accounts direct from the DFE, and we would just invoice your employer for the the £45 a month.
Yeah, and then sort of another question I had about the employer agreement. So, is it possible to sort of review that agreement before we go to the company, just to sort of see what's in that agreement? I know there's been lots of talk about it, and it seems quite straightforward, but it would just be good to know, is it just a sort of a commitment to the apprenticeship, or is there sort of financial parts of that agreement as well?
It's a pretty standard sort of agreement, that works in any apprenticeship training provider. It's a requirement of the funding rules to have one, and it is effectively, it's just a case of us having an agreement with your employer that gives us the approval to draw the funds for the chosen apprenticeship program through the digital service account, and that they're agreeing to the terms and conditions of the apprenticeship and that sort of stuff. So, that if you use the QR code, you'll be able to see what the agreement is to be able to discuss it. But even if you go onto the DFE website, there are standard apprenticeship agreements, which ours pretty much follows. There's a few additional bits in ours because we get some other information. It's a standard sort of template for you to understand what is required of an apprenticeship training service agreement.
Yeah.
But as with all employers, they can look at the agreement. If they have any queries, questions around it before they sign it, and then they can arrange a call with, with either Amgad or Alice or whatever, and discuss those aspects of it before signing.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. And we have Carlos.
Yes, hi. It sounds like it is very flexible in what you allow people to choose if we're selected. I, for my part, I'm already PMP, already have RMP and MSP, but I saw a few things out there that could be quite useful. I'm especially interested in the chartership. So I just was wondering if I'm one of the 10, how flexible this will be.
Yes, so if you have already PMP, we drop this, so the program will be a little bit shorter, definitely. So if you have already PMP, so you will join, but not 2nd of May, because 2nd of May, guys, will start with PMP. Just you go directly to the second module directly, which is we have a cohort started already. They finished PMP and 2nd of May. I'm a very bad memory, so I put deadlines for everybody, like all programs, 2nd of May, change the modules, 2nd of May, everything 2nd of May. So we have all the cohort finished PMP. You can join them, so you actually saved 9 months from the program.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so you will go directly for PMI-SP.
I already have MSP, but I don't have some of the others.
Not MSP, SP, Schedule Professional.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Your name is very familiar to me. I don't know why, but anyway, I think we met anywhere.
It's very common. That's why. Both Carlos and Martinez are both very common. So.
Excellent. Any other questions? Here we go. No hands up. I expect more than that, guys. Questions. Oh, Barry. Already asked it, yeah? Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions? No? Yeah, let me ask you, are you happy so far? Yeah? Makes sense? Yes? Yes? Adam Moore, yeah? I had a friend when I was young called Adam Moore, Yes, excellent.
I'm particularly interested in a question regarding training from Scotland. So if you, so I'll probably contact you about getting the form that I need to fill in.
Yes, please. So we have application process now with the Scottish government. We have a lot of applications from Scotland, to be honest, and that's why we are serious to be in Scotland, because this program, you know, a lot of engineers in Scotland, because of oil and gas and the sector there is quite popular. So I think hopefully by October, so you can with us in peak of October. But please send the email to Alice, because we need as many applications as possible to support our application for the Scottish government.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, we have questions here from Amy. Yes, Amy. I can't hear you. Muted. Oh, we have a question on the chat. Okay. Yes, Amy. I can't hear you yet. Okay. Yeah. The requirement for the course, please. The requirement for the course, that one, we recommend that. Yes, yes. Good afternoon, Mac. Yes, go ahead. Mac, have a question? No? Okay. Ifidayo.
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to call your attention to the chat. There are a lot of questions unanswered in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
But for me, my question was, can we get the chronological arrangement of the courses all through the timeline? And that will really help to know. For some of us that has some certifications in between, so we'll know how to avail ourselves and plan ourselves.
Yes, that was in presentation. Yes, this is the one you're asking about.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Sorry, I missed this.
That's fine. Any requirement for the course, definitely the person should be a project manager by any mean, or looking to be a project manager. Our class cohort, usually people have experience of project management, not, because if you look at PMP, you need to have experience for project management. You can build up experience during the journey anyway, but you need at least your managers, very important, are looking, because some guys come and say, I'm marketing and my manager does not want me to be a project manager. Okay, you can't have, because by law, you need to be a project manager and looking to be for project control and working towards that. And there is a plan for this. So this is a very important requirement. You don't need to have a bachelor degree, definitely, because it's already equal to bachelor degree. You don't need to have anything, even GCSE and the math in English. Now it's scrapped. Just let us know that you don't have GCSE or math and English. So just let us know, and we send you a letter to opt out and your employer to opt out, or you may take English and math test.
The answer, yeah, we do run it every year, all the time. The standard is available for us to run. We'll be running it every year, so we will be having at least 2 intakes a year. So that answers that question there. I think we've already covered the funding in Scotland. There is a question on here: what if you're self-employed? Unfortunately, if you're self-employed, you're not eligible under the DFE funding rules. You have to be employed and have a line manager and be a PAYE to be eligible for funding. So unfortunately, if you are self-employed, we wouldn't be able to support you on this particular program. How do we tender the request to our employer? You can literally give Amgad's contact details to your employer, or share the QR code with them, and they can reach out to us and have any conversations they wish to understand the process of the application and how to complete the contract. So just let them know you're interested, give them our details, and they can be in contact. What if you haven't been in England 3 years? If you send us an email to give us the state of your residency prior to that, there are certain exemptions in that as to where you've been living, and we may be able to look at that. But if you've been living in the United States and you've only been back here 3 months, then unfortunately you wouldn't be eligible. But if you've been in certain EU countries, then we would be able to support that. No, the 40. So there's another question here, I think from Dion. Will the £45 come out of my salary? Absolutely not. The employer is not allowed under the rules to charge anything to an employee undertaking an apprenticeship program. They cannot charge you the £45. They cannot charge you any funds if you decide to leave the employer straight after completion, or if you try to leave the employer during the program. The employer cannot, under funding rules, charge you a single penny. And we do get questions sometimes because they see in funding rules about minimum salaries and minimum wage, etc. This does not mean that your employer can put you onto an apprentice wage or anything else like that. Whatever you're employed at now stays. Your salary will not change, and you just undertake the learning. But yeah, no costs can be charged to you as an employee. Okay. Again, another one about Scotland. As soon as we know, we'll be in touch and let you know. It's quite a significant application process to get onto the register for delivering in Scotland, because I'm sure you can appreciate the Scottish government would like to keep the funds in Scotland rather than giving it to an English provider. But there are no providers currently in Scotland delivering this professional qualification. So hence the reason for us putting our application in. Okay.
Somebody says amazing. Thank you so much for saying amazing.
Yeah. Right. Mara, I think that's you. If you can send us an email, because you're saying your employer's been working on this since the 16th of March, send us an email and to remind us of those details, and we'll understand what the delay may be. It may be that, we're waiting on something from your employer, or there's something to action our end, but let's have a look at that. So if you can just email Amgad on the email, or give him a ring on the number at the end of this presentation, which we'll bring back up in a minute, and then we'll have a look at that for you. Minimum entry requirements. Well, minimum entry requirements are basically, as we've sort of touched on, the residency status. You must be working in England at least, employed in England, be working in England at least 50% of the time. You must, I guess the other entry requirement, which might not always be clear, you must show us that there is need for significant new learning. So if you have got every qualification under the sun bar one in project management and 30 years experience, and when you do your skill scan, you tell us that you're, as Amgad called himself, God, in project management, and you know everything, then they wouldn't fund you, because you only get funding if you can show you need the new learning. Other than that, the entry requirements are that you're employed, and you're employed in the right job to enable you to meet the KSBs, the knowledge, skills and behaviours required for the standard. Chronological order, that's on the screen now. You're on a work visa and get indefinite leave March, April. No, that's fine. That's fine. Inquiring about Belfast, again, we're looking at Northern Ireland. We have an application started in Northern Ireland to enable us to deliver that out there. So again, send us an email, because any email we can get if you are in one of the devolved nations really helps us in our application to get into those areas, because the more people we can say are requesting our support to deliver these programs, the better.
Thank you so much for the writing.
Helpful, very helpful. What is it, the requirement on the employer for being registered with the DOE for apprenticeships? Every employer has, without them even knowing it, they just go into the apprenticeship service and they set up an apprenticeship service account. So you don't have to be registered with them or anything else like that. You literally go on to the apprenticeship service and you fill in the form, and it creates your apprenticeship service account. So there's no specific, they're not already registered, so there is a problem. There is a link that we can provide. There is also even YouTube. The DFE has lots of YouTube videos for employers on how to set up DFE accounts. So they can just go to that. I'm a freelancer, have a line manager, but am I still eligible? That depends on how you're paid. If you are freelance and you invoice, you are deemed as self-employed, so therefore you wouldn't be. However, if you're freelancing and in a contract which covers the duration of your program and paid by the employer as a PAYE, you would be. Okay, so you need to sort of have a look at your contracting situation there. if one fails the exams, can it be retaken? Absolutely.
Yeah, but we don't pay for a taken one. We
Yeah,
pay only for
yeah.
the first one. But don't worry,
Yeah.
we never allow you to take the exam until we show 100% you pass.
All right, job roles. Right, that list of job roles that Amgad showed in the presentation, that wasn't a definitive list. That is a list that the DFE published as typical job roles that this qualification is suitable for. If you have a current job role which has a different title or anything else like that, that's fine. The key thing is, are you in a job that enables you to meet the requirements of this standard, and you are developing your career to follow that standard? That's absolutely fine. So please don't think, oh, my job isn't in that list, therefore I can't do this.
He's a project controller, by the way, which means the program is called Project Control Professional.
Yeah.
So literally, it's you.
Yeah, yeah. Right, so hang on, go down there. On that one. Yeah, we'll send the PowerPoint out to everybody that's on that attended the course, the call today. I'm not eligible. If I'm not eligible, is there an option to self-fund? Unfortunately, again, under the funding rules, you have to be employed. If you can self-fund if you really want to, if you're not eligible under the funding rules to receive the funding, you can commercially fund yourself through an apprenticeship. Some of the rules that apply to you when you are funded through an apprenticeship obviously wouldn't be there. But you can self-fund it if you really wanted to. And that would be a conversation that you'd have with us here to determine what the course fee would be. Right, if you leave your employer, can you still stay on and complete the course? Right, obviously there's contracts and documentation, etc., and apprentice service accounts that need to be set up. So yes, if you leave your current employer and go to a new employer, and your new employer is happy to support you through the remainder of your program and signs the relative documentation, then yes, you can stay on the course. If you leave your employer and become unemployed, or you leave your employer and go to a new employer who is not prepared to support you, then unfortunately you would have to withdraw from the program because the funding would cease. Okay. I think that's all the questions in the chat. But obviously, as Amgan said, you've got his contact details, you've got email address for us. So if anyone has any further questions or anything else after this presentation ends, by all means, get in touch with us, and we'll do everything we can to get a quick response to you to answer any questions you have to enable you to sort of, potentially put your application forward for the 26th of April to be one of the ones that
before the
26th of April. To be, take advantage of the the fully funded PM. Okay.
Oh, Zinni, do you have a question? Zimpi.
Hello. Hiya.
Yes, sorry about that. Yes.
I just thought, can you elaborate a bit on something that's not been covered so far in your presentation, which is the upgrade to a level 7 or an MBA at the end of it, and when that might happen in this timeline, for example?
Yes, so level 7, just let us know. Okay, we offer level 7 as a Kado gift in all our programs. It is Saturdays from 10 to 12 every Saturday. So this is diploma level 7 in strategy and leadership. We have a collaboration with Cardiff Metro University. If you finish all of that with us, you can top up with Cardiff with just a dissertation to have the full MBA from Cardiff Metro. This is diploma level 7 regulated education. So we have this as a good Kado for any learners join us in any program. This is a level 7 in marketing, in strategy and leadership. Also, we have a level 7 in project management, but in this case, the study load will be a little bit high. So if you have two diploma level 7 plus level 6, that will be too much. You can't have this, So you can opt for one, either level 7 or level 7 project management or level 7 in strategy and leadership. And also just let us know. So we have to consider that it is not part of official plan with the government, but it's part with your agreement with us as Kent Business College. So we have level 7 for free, and that is really, I think I'll put it here. Yeah. Some guys looking for program management, some guys looking for portfolio management, some guys looking for ITIL. We have also the old cohort. Some guys get ITIL with us. We can have this ITIL. We just drop one of the modules and put for you. Because schedule professional is very specialized. Some guys not really interested in that. So we swap this by another module. The same for cost engineering. Some guys not interested for cost engineering. So two modules can be swapped, cost engineering and PMI SP. You can swap any of the two by level 7 in project management or MSP or portfolio management.
Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Super, thank you so much. Please keep in touch. This is my number in the chat, just in case if you want to give me a call anytime. I have WhatsApp. I don't mind using WhatsApp at all. You can send me email if you wish. And this is my email, just in case if you didn't catch it. So, kentbusinesscollege.org is Alice. kentbusinesscollege.com, it's me. Okay, so the same email, but .org, alice.com is me. Okay, and the LinkedIn, definitely, guys. Don't forget LinkedIn, the most important thing, networking. Come on. Come on. So this is my LinkedIn, just in case if you need any. Yeah, this is my LinkedIn. So more than welcome to add me on LinkedIn. Yep. Excellent. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Lovely sunny day.
Thanks all for attending.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.